So I'll start normally by how I start the show, just telling a little bit of what I've been doing for the past 4.5 months now. When I saw that with the pandemic here, things were gonna start affecting the businesses locally here, I thought of different ways that I can help out our community. And one of the ways that I thought was doing these live videos here on Instagram where I have over 100,000 followers, in hopes that would help, the local businesses and get, businesses to them and customers to them and everything. So I've been doing this for a while. It's been a very good experience learning more about people, learning more about, the businesses that make up our community. And very excited to have you here tonight, too, to tell us a little bit about Kinetico as well. So, but wanted to start before that, wanted to see if you can tell us a little bit about who you are and, where you're from and a little bit about you, if you don't mind.
Sure. My name is Rick Kelly. Obviously, I'm with Kinetico Quality Water of Southwest Florida. I'm a territory manager. There's 5 of us, 6 of us. I kind of I'm up north. I'm from Punta Gorda, Florida, up to Venice. But our whole area, we go way up Palmetto, that area, all the way down to Marco. Let's see, I'm from Colorado. I've been down here since 04, moved in just before Charlie hit, right in the middle of Punta Gorda, so familiar with hurricanes. Been here ever since. Let's see, married, have a couple of kids, a couple teenagers in high school right now. So
awesome.
And the new chapter of that. So.
And how did you get involved with Kinetico? And we'll get to what the company is all about, but how did you get involved with them?
Sure. I'd been in sales. This is as a territory manager, we do a lot of sales stuff. My oldest has eczema, and as a baby, couldn't figure out why, getting red blotchy skin, couldn't figure out why he would cry when we'd give him baths, and lots of research later got into the water business ultimately because of all of that. So my counterpart Greg West, who was going to be here tonight, I met him at a few home shows, and he convinced me to come over, and I've been with these guys ever since. I'm on 13 years now almost. So
yeah, awesome. And I wanna say congratulations to Greg, who's out celebrating his anniversary today, right? So
yeah, happy anniversary, Greg.
Yeah, awesome.
And
so
Jerry.
I was hoping that you could tell us a little bit about the company first. We'll get into the services that you provide, but a little bit of a history of the company, if you don't mind.
Sure. Kinetico, let's see, based out of Newberry, Ohio. Corporate offices up there, manufacturing plant. Been in business since 1970. A couple of guys created the system. It's a non-electric water treatment. So we're a little bit different than everybody else is, but they've been going strong. We're international now, 100 countries. But down here, like I said, our area, we go from kind of Bradenton, Palmetto, that area, all the way down to Marco to the middle of the state. So we have a pretty decent, all of Southwest Florida. And at that point, we're busy.
Awesome.
We're great, yeah.
And then, maybe to understand a little bit more what you guys do, we'll talk a little bit about the products and the services that you offer. As you think of, I guess, your website or, all the services that, if you can kind of run them down, give us a little bit of specifics on them.
Yeah. So water treatment. We handle city water, well water. So in city water, softeners, purification, under sink reverse osmosis systems, UV lights, we can handle anything that you have as a water concern. Same with well. We do a ton of well water equipment. Down here, if you're on a well, everybody's familiar with water treatment already. So, same thing, softeners, odor removal systems. We do whole house reverse osmosis systems, lots of softeners and lots of under sink drinking systems. So anybody with any kind of water issues or concerns, we can help solve those problems.
Awesome. And, just to get into, talk about potential problems that you can have with the water. Obviously, we have a lot of people that are not from here, like yourself, like myself, we're not from here.
Right.
But, ever since I moved in here, I've heard about the quality of the water here and the different things they put in the water, right? If you can kind of speak to that a little bit, what is common to see down here that perhaps is different in different parts of the country, and why people should have a treatment here. I mean, I think people should have a treatment anywhere they are, but why more specifically here than perhaps other parts?
Well, if you're from the Midwest, everybody has a softener. It's super hard water, lots of iron. So they're used to water treatment as it is. Kinetico's very strong presence all across the country, so we get a lot of people that retire and move down, and they've already had a Kinetico. Down here, the easier way to describe it is we're really just a swamp. Being from Colorado, 5 months of the year, my water was frozen. Down here, it's 5 days of cool weather. And so it's warm, gets very tropical, a lot of organics in the water, and therefore some more challenges that you just wouldn't have up north. Down here, I think that the water quality we have, everybody should be concerned with drinking water. I mean, you read all these things across the country where they're having major issues with municipality water treatment problems. Not saying we do, but safe than sorry. Our water, like I said, it starts warm. You have warm and hot water. We don't have cold water here.
Yes.
So at that point, at least making the water drinkable. Everybody buys bottles of water. We can stop that. We can produce better than that quality of water right in your kitchen. And then if you see things where, the house, you get a buildup, you get an odor, you get a discoloration, you're just not happy with it, then we can address those things too. We do whole house systems. But really, the city water, it's pretty impressive what they do. If you see these rivers, that's kind of the source of it. And so when it comes out looking clear, but most people just over time, they get tired of it. And they want an improvement. They want to be sure that it's safe. And so then we come in. That's our deal.
So it's not necessarily that they don't treat it correctly here. It's just that because of the hot weather, because of the different type of soil, different things we have here that we might not have in different parts. And like you said, we start kind of already, hot water or warm water. So it's not that they don't treat well. It's just the elements kind of make it for an issue.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The city water, it passes. There's never a concern that they're not passing the guidelines. It's just, people being from Colorado, the water we had, I didn't know people had water problems. I came down here and it's a whole lot different. We would drink it out of the faucet.
Yeah.
I've never drank it out of the faucet here.
Yeah. And that's something, I travel a lot for work, and that's something that people always say, wherever you go, you never know what the water is, so don't drink out of the faucet and all that stuff.
Right.
One of the things I wanted to ask you was, obviously nowadays, you have fridges that have filtering systems. You have different devices, mainly fridges, I would say that, have the filters inside. The water comes in, you get it from your door. How effective is that filter? And I mean, how does it compare to something that you guys provide?
Sure. So those filters, they're taste and odor filters. They'll handle some chlorine, which is one of the big things that we have down here. They use a tremendous amount for disinfection. It's across the country, but down here we experience a lot of it as well. You get that bitter taste, and so that's off-putting. Well, a refrigerator filter would help with that. So it's a taste and odor filter. It's small, not a lot of contact time with water. And so when we do filtration for the house, it's bigger. It's in contact with a media to help remove these concerns a little more. Yeah. And so we're able to remove more as an end result. Any filtration helps. But at that point, we're looking at levels of filtration. Yeah. When people buy bottles of water, if it says purification or purified water on it, that's sort of code for reverse osmosis. And that's where our wheelhouse is. We can produce that perfect quality of water, which, now if you drink coffee, it tastes like coffee. Tea tastes like tea. Yeah. It doesn't have a salt content. It doesn't have a weird, strange flavor to it. We can make great water.
Awesome. Yeah. The question kind of continuing on this, you know, where do these filters go and where do you install them? I mean, you mentioned a little bit of under sink, you know, under the sink, but is there different type of filtration systems that you can put in different places in your house?
Well, you know, you can do whole house. And at that point, if we are focusing on reverse osmosis for a city water application, that's mainly going to be under the sink. You know, you go back up north, it's in a basement, and then it comes up through the bottom of the sink. We don't get that luxury here. So we kind of have to take a little space underneath that cabinet there. Yeah. We don't take all of it, but we take some. And at that point, it's all hidden. You know, everything inside the house is hidden. We do leak detection systems with our equipment inside, just being proactive. And then for the house systems, you know, normally if we're still talking city water, it's the inlet to the house. And we put treatment equipment there. And if you've ever lived on a well down here, you know, you can see it's already set up for that kind of thing. There's already a pad usually, or, you know, we're putting in fresh equipment or taking out old nasty equipment.
Yeah. And then the upkeep for this, I mean, what is the upkeep? What do you have to do to upkeep, like filters, the different things? Or
certain things like that reverse osmosis does require filter changes, and we take care of that for you. And then if we go back to outside systems, you know, some of it takes salt. Softeners do still take salt. We've gotten much more efficient as far as salt usage than some of those electric systems are. We have a tremendous amount of sulfur here in Florida, and so we have systems that address that and use some disinfection products in it. But most of our systems are super easy to deal with. You know, anybody can do it.
And then, so when you buy a system, are you buying, you know, just the system that you install in the bottom, or are you buying a service that comes with that as well?
We do both. Yeah. Okay. So everybody has a DIY, you know, do-it-yourself kind of neighbor. Those are the guys that like to do all their stuff themselves. But, you know, we do a route service where we can come and maintain systems. And my function, you know, we're available. And so I like my customers to call me if they have an issue or a concern or something doesn't seem right. And then I can kind of triage it from there. Sometimes it's a silly little thing like a system was put in bypass, so they're not getting treated water. Well, that's easy over the phone. Yeah. If it's more than that, you know, we have a service staff. We have a route service. Everything that you can think of for water treatment and the maintenance of it, we can handle.
Awesome. I wanted to move on from the services and ask you a question that I've been asking everybody that comes in here, which is in regards to COVID-19. You know, I wanted to ask you, you know, how much has it affected you guys from two angles? One, you know, obviously from a business standpoint, did it slow you guys down? You know, did you have to stop? But also, you know, like you mentioned, you go into people's houses, you install things, you know, you're working on things. What kind of measures did you have to adapt to be able to continue providing service to people as well?
Sure. Yeah. When it started, you know, we had a little couple of weeks, just like everybody did. When we shut everything down, we weren't sure what was going to happen. But on a bright note for us, then you were stuck in your house and really realized how bad your water was. Yeah. So
I think that happened with every home improvement thing, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So at that point, you know, we're stayed busy. So, you know, we follow our installers, you know, their masks, their gloves. They try not to go in the house. We try and limit the guys that do go into houses. You know, we're sanitizing, doing all the things we can. I know we do temperature checks in the morning, that kind of thing for those guys. For my function, you know, I'm out in the field and go into people's homes. So it's the same thing. I show up with a mask and gloves. And then, you know, nowadays you get the people that, oh, you don't need that, or thank you for wearing it. But every time we're going to have a mask on just to be on the safe side. But, you know, strange times. But I tell you what, we stayed busy. We were deemed essential. Water treatment was essential. So at that point, we just kept going and we stayed busy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And obviously water is essential, right? There's no argument with that one.
You could have nasty, yellowy, smelly water.
You know, and if people are looking, you know, potentially considering one of the systems or want to know more information on, you know, where they you know, what they can do, or they want to maybe visit from you at their homes to talk to you about it, where they can get more information, website, social media handles, telephone numbers, things where they can reach out.
Yeah. So we have 2 locations. We have one on Bonita Beach Road there. The address for that one is 11170 Bonita Beach Road. And then I know their phone number, 239-908-2300. Then we have a north office, and that's the one I'm mainly working out of, South Venice there. And we're 1882 South Tamiami Trail in Venice. And that phone number, 941-918-2850. And then you can always get me, 239-571-9604. We kind of split it into sections, and at that point, the north office handles sort of from Punta Gorda here up to the top. And then the south office takes sort of here down to Marco.
Okay.
Our website, we're Kinetico SWFL.com. I don't know about the rest of them.
I think your social media handles are the same, if I'm not mistaken.
Are they?
Instagram, Facebook get the same thing. So.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the last thing I normally do here is, I kind of give I handle the mic over, as I say, to you to leave a message, for whatever message you want to future customers, present customers, past customers, or just people in general, or a water message if you want,
Sure.
whatever you want to do. So I'll pass the mic along to you, and it's your show.
Thanks, Felipe. If you have concerns with your water, we're the people you want to call. We've been in business for a long time. Our ownership group, Dan and Gary, solid guys, really have this as their main focus in life. They've been doing it forever. They take great care of us. We're all super happy employees, but the product sort of sells itself. It's a little bit different than other systems in the fact that we are non-electric systems. So we have sort of an edge there. And then, down here being in Florida, things being outside, non-electric equipment, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together and realize that we have a pretty decent advantage there. If you're building a house, we can start from the early stages all the way to we retrofit after the fact mostly. I have a lot of builders I deal with that it's an option. Greg down south has a ton, Pulte, all these big neighborhoods that if you wanted Kinetico right out of the gate, we're available for it. But if you just want us to come out, we test the water. We have a few just minor presentations to kind of explain water treatment. I don't think any of us are super strong-armed guys. We just kind of go out and talk about it. But, we come up with some options, try and solve your problems. And at that point, just leave quotes. And it's up to you. If you want to work with us, we're happy to work with you. Like
awesome.
I said,
and then this cover. Just going back real quick to the services. I mean, when people are signing up for the services, is there different options? Do they sign up for 6 months, a year, or how does that work normally?
Well, yeah, it depends on the type of equipment and what we're doing.
Okay.
We have systems for well water, like a whole house reverse osmosis system. So you can have the best quality of water in every faucet in the house. We have a route system where we come every 56 days or 8 weeks.
Yeah.
If it was your house on city water and there was, say, 2 of you in the house, well, we don't need to come that frequent if we're just doing salt. So we can change up the frequency. So
it really depends on the system that you're putting on.
Right. And then your water usage, that's the main thing. Water usage dictates frequency of maintenance. So at that point,
I mean, if you're someone who's here part-time too, you probably
right.
don't need it.
That's part of them. Yeah, they come and go. So, summertime slows down a little bit as far as our maintenance stuff, but that's where we catch up. So,
yeah. Awesome. Well, I wanted to thank you so much for being here, telling us a little bit about you, a little bit about Kinetico, and invite everybody that don't know about it or they're interested to learn more about it, or just interested in water treatment to visit your website, to contact you guys and get more information and go from there.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks, buddy. You too.
All right. Bye.